Welcome all, I'm joined by Anush Ter-Khachatryan, the Director of Programs at Creative Armenia. Today we'll be discussing Artbox, the newest project that Creative Armenia has been working on. So Anush, thank you very much for your time.
Thank you for having me.
To start off, can you introduce Artbox to us? What exactly is this project and how can young artists in Armenia get involved?
So Artbox is a creative incubator. It's the first creative incubator in Armenia, which gives a lot of pride for us. It's taking the model of incubators in IT and social incubators and remodeling it and reinventing the scheme and the model for the arts field. We've done a lot of research and we think that this is a great incubator for artists. The direction that it takes is it wants to reinvent and push forward the creative economy in Armenia. So all the projects that will be involved in the program are going to be educated and made aware of the commercial aspect of art and how they can create projects and also creative businesses that can be not only artistically valuable, artistically successful, but also economically successful and push forward the creative economy in Armenia. So it's a 12-week incubator and 25 projects that have either one individual applying or a team of 3. They can apply and the 25 projects will pass through the incubator for 12 weeks, working with mentors, working with leading experts internationally and locally, and develop their projects, everything, all the deck, all the assets that they need for their projects to have to be viable economically and then be presented to creative and cultural leading investors with which we will help and get possible funding and investment.
I mean, art is a pretty broad theme. Is it different types of artists that can be involved? Sculptors, illustrators, fashion? Which sort of fields of art can?
Yeah, so all kinds of artists from any art field are eligible to apply. And also all artists from within Armenia, from diaspora and also international foreign artists can apply. There is only one rule, that all the projects should be realized in the Republic of Armenia and support the creative economy in Armenia. So if they are meeting these requirements, then they are welcome to apply. We're also encouraging people to join the forces. So if there are different people from different sectors in either art and IT or any other sectors, then we're also encouraging them to join their forces and apply together, so long as the team is consists of 3 people.
Mm-hmm. And just so our watchers can better understand, can you give an example of an artistic project that is also commercially viable?
So a really good example that everyone knows is theater, because in theater you have a ticket and it's a physical product in a way, and you can sell it and get profits out of it. And it also has the sustainability factor. So you can always have many performances of the theater. You can have seasonal performances. So it also covers the sustainability factor. But yeah, we really encourage also reinventing the bill. So any project like interactive theatrical experiences and other kind of projects are welcome to be considered. But it's of course not limited to theater. It can be also from other sectors of the art.
And I saw there was also a connection to the northern regions of Armenia, which have a very vibrant art scenes. A lot of artists also from Yerevan moved to Vanadzor, to Dilijan, the cities in the north of Armenia. Why was a focus put on the northern regions of Armenia?
Because our partners, which are GIZ and EU, who saw the force and the power that Artbox can bring to the creative economy in Armenia, they also have this preference for also innovating and bringing more powerful cultural tourism in Armenia. So the project, all the projects that have been selected can have the potential of being also interesting to tourists. And to the northern regions, it's not mandatory, so we can also consider projects that are not connected to the regions and are not being implemented in the regions. But it is preferable, and it's encouraged for artists to also decentralize, so not do things in Yerevan only, but also bring it to the regions and also push forward the cultural tourism. And we've been traveling recently to different regions of Armenia, and we've talked on one-on-one with artists, and we see a lot of power and a lot of potential for them to be also involved in the incubator. Speaking of the incubator, it's very daunting sometimes for artists in Armenia because incubator model is not very familiar. It is familiar in IT. There are many social incubators, but for art, especially for artists, it's very daunting. So all these info sessions that we've been doing recently have been helping to break it down and to explain what it actually is and what are the specific practical steps they need to take in order to apply, and what kind of projects can be best for Artbox.
Mm-hmm. I'm also interested by the fact that a lot of foreign artists, when they come to Armenia, they're quite surprised by how vibrant the local art scene is. But what are some of the issues Armenian artists are facing today, and how does Artbox seek to ameliorate the situation?
Yeah, so there are different issues that artists are facing in Armenia, but most of it is, there is the financial issue, and I think that's the main one. And there is also the issue of being isolated in a way from the big market, from the international market. But all of these issues are a part of one package, and which is like strategic thinking. Like artists are not very used to thinking strategically from the very beginning, from the development of their programs and their projects. They're not really acquainted on how to. They have an idea, and they pursue that idea only for the implementation of the idea. But there is all that specific strategic steps you need to take, which includes also industry connections, getting mentorships, talking to people from outside Armenia, understanding how your art can be valuable, can be interesting, what is the unique value, and what is the budget and the business plan you can bring to the table. In order to also have a economically successful artwork that is not just one day exhibited and then archived somewhere, but like is always vibrant and is always present in the art scene. So yeah, that's the main issue, and Artbox will be addressing that very aggressively, even, and very profoundly, and offer that aspect of art. And also investment scheme. Like artists are not really used to pursuing an investment in their artworks; they are used to the grant scheme. But investment scheme is a more powerful tool, and it's a more sustainable as well, and it also will give them more liberation and more power. So,
and what's also interesting is that Artbox is highlighting what contribution the artistic scene can make to the Armenian economy.
Exactly.
And oftentimes when we think about economic growth in Armenia, we think of the mining sector, manufacturing, tourism, and not often about art. But even coming from London, the galleries of London are usually frequented by tourists, and they bring their dollars to spend to see the local art scene. So can you speak a bit to that, how the artistic scene can actually help grow the Armenian economy?
So yeah, we always say that art is like a very distant sector from economy, and that's one of our missions with Artbox, to bring it to the foreground and actually fuel the economy in Armenia. And we have all the talents here on the ground to do that. They just need the tools, and we have many innovative people. Our IT field is very advanced, and so if they join their forces, for example, with artists, and make these teams, they can go really forward. They can. Recently, there was the NFT exhibition in Armenia. Why not do ourselves? Why not advance in that area, and why not have interactive theatrical experiences and exhibitions and all the other commercially viable products that can be artistically also powerful. So yeah, there is a lot of potential and on the ground that can also be interesting to tourists who are coming to Armenia.
And how does it work once the artists apply? What sort of timetable will they be seeing? And if the project is successful, could we see further Artbox incubator projects take place in Armenia?
Yes, so in terms of the timeline, now we're in the process of informing people, and this interview, for which we're thankful to you, is also going to benefit that. So we're informing people, we're doing info sessions, and to walk them through the process and ask and answer to any questions they have, technical or practical. And then on January 21st, the deadline will close. So everyone who is interested, we encourage them to go to our website, which is artboxarmenia.com, and go through the requirements and the guidelines so that they can start preparing their idea and the package of it. And then by January 21st, everybody should submit their project applications, and we do not accept any applications beyond the deadline. So and then after that there will be an evaluation round, and in March we will already start the incubator, and it will take 12 weeks, which means that by August, I guess, they will be done and presented to the investors.
Perfect. Okay, well, Anush, thank you very much for your time.
Thank you, Emilio.
And thank you for joining us on CivilNet.